still here in Kuala Lumpur. This river here in the back is called the River of Life. I just read there, so the idea was in the early days the farmers would produce food and then they would send the food on this river to the mines, kind of idea. So I guess it's kind of the River of Life. It's like the Road of Life there in St. Petersburg over the Lake Ladoga, but you can go there as well during the Great Patriotic War or the Second World War for those non-Russians. People they trucked food in over the frozen Lake Ladoga and the Neva River there, and so you can go there, driven on that road years ago, and so yes, the River of Life, and Jesus speaking as well. He's life. You'll know the truth will set you free. So this is a river on which they had food to bring life to people, but as we've discussed earlier, people get hungry again, like in the previous chapter, the feeding of the eating the bread, and they eat and then they will get hungry again. And so yes, this real bread, and yes, it brought life, but you need to eat always. So it is a river that brought life, but is it the river of life? No, that is not. That's only Christ. So to be partakers of the true river of life, believe in Christ, the Spirit will be in you. This is like an emblem of the Spirit in that sense as well. Okay, then these waters of life will flow, the rivers of life will flow out of you, true life. Okay, but for that you need to believe in Christ. Right, so you need to be children of the Father. And they're still discussing this whole question in this part about whose children you are. I mean, they were like, Jesus said, I know who's my father, and I know who's your father, right? And they then started with, okay, let's try and see who's Jesus thinks our father. Abraham's our father. No, it proves it not. God is our father. No, not. So who is your father ultimately? You don't have the river of life. You don't have the Spirit. So nothing is flowing out of you because you can't bear my word. Verse 44. You are of our father the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in the truth, because no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks out of his own character, out of his own character, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Oh, I mean, just imagine how these guys would have felt. Just imagine the indignation. It's like, so often as humans, if we want to attack someone, we attack like whose child they are. Your father is at this, your father is at that. Right? It's kind of a universal swearing. Swear at you and swear at your parents. Your mother was at this, your father was at that kind of idea. And so if Jesus is telling you your father is a devil, I mean, this is not a 10-pound hammer on the forehead. This is a 1,000-ton. This is. I mean, just think how these guys would have felt. They were claiming Abraham, they're claiming God. Now Jesus said, no, none of them. The devil. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. So all you want to do is you want to do the will of your Father. How does it play out? Because you're seeking to kill me, right? Because he's a murderer. He's from the beginning a murderer. Cain and Abel. Abel doing the will of his father, the devil, killing Cain, doing the will of his father, the devil, killing Abel. And even earlier than that, killing Adam and Eve. He brought in death. They sinned. But he was the one who deceived. This is who they are. Because they're seeking to try and get rid of the truth. Like the devil distorted the truth in the Garden of Eden. And Eve allowed for it. And Adam didn't stand, but just stood by. So he's a deceiver, he's a murderer from the beginning. Ever since the first human being. And you can say he's actually a murderer from before that. when he claimed the glory which doesn't belong to him. He doesn't stand in the truth. Right? That's why humanity doesn't stand in the truth. Because we don't care for the truth. We philosophically try to find the truth. We speak so much about the truth. Freud, Jung, doesn't matter where the heck you are. Okay, they're all seemingly. No, they're all dead. Did they find the truth? Well, they found it out after death. A bit too late. So you can't know the truth. You don't care for the truth. No truth in him. And since you're from him, there's no truth in you. But I'm not from him. I'm from the Father. And therefore you can know the truth. So when he lies, he's not speaking out of character. Right? It's not a question of that he needs to act in a Hollywood movie and now act as a villain. So he's speaking not out of who he is. No, whenever he lies, he's speaking out of who he is. Because that's who he is. He's a liar. That's all. That's all. That's all he is. He's the father of lies. Those who lie so often, the vast, all of us lie. All of us. If I say, no, we don't all lie, then I'm a liar, because we all lie. Right? There's so much in the Christians even of the fatherhood of the devil in us, unluckily. And then inside in the world, sure, they're just doing what the Father does. They're dead. We at least are children of the Father, and we at least, as I mentioned earlier today, can make a choice.